In this video I'm going to show you how to lubricate the clutch cable on a 2009 Kawasaki KLR 650. And to get to the clutch cable, first thing we need to do is remove this mirror and remove this plastic handguard. The mirror is held on by it's just a lock nut, and once you remove the lock nut you can rotate and unscrew the mirror, take it off. The handguard is held on by a bolt here, and then there's a nut on the bottom also you have to remove. You can just pull it off and there's more than one way to remove the cable, but the way that I do it is I take this adjusting screw lock nut and I loosen it. Then I screw in the adjustment screw here to add slack to the cable, and I'll go as far as I can. And I usually have to back out one turn. And then what I'm trying to do, I have to back out one turn. The reason I have to back out one turn is because I need to align the slot in the adjustment screw and the lock nut like so. So this groove here is aligned all the way along here. With that groove aligned, I can press my clutch lever, and at the same time when I release this I'm going to pull on the cable and pull it out of that groove. Then I can remove it from the lever. This is the tool I'll be using to lubricate the cable. It's basically a rubber piece inside of this metal clamp, surrounded by this metal clamp. And what you do is you insert your cable into this plastic piece and then clamp this down so that it clamps around the opening on your cable. Then you force lubricant into this hole, and it forces a lubricant, the pressure from the can forces a lubricant through the cable, and that's how you lubricate the cable. And the way you install it is insert your cable into the tool, make sure your cable is in the center of this rubber piece, and then clamp it down. And then you're ready to inject lubricant into this tool. You can buy special lubricant for your cable, but I'm just going to use Liquid Wrench Lubricating Oil. You need this red extension, I don't know what they call this red piece that comes with the cans. You insert that into this tool right here, and insert it into the can. And it's kind of messy, so I'm going to grab this with a paper towel, and then you just spray it in. It'll force the lubricant down through your cable, and you can actually see the lube come out the other end. And when that happens, you're done. This is the other end of my clutch cable, and you can see how it's damp here. How the lubricant was forced through the cable and has come out the other side. So the cable is completely lubricated. Another thing you can do, since you've got all this taken apart, is remove your clutch lever. Take it out, clean off this bolt where the lever pivots on, clean off your lever, kind of clean off the inside here, and take some lithium grease and grease this bolt here where the lever pivots on. Add some lithium grease to the outside here. And then reinstall everything. To reinstall this cable, I make sure that slot that I showed you earlier is still aligned between the lock nut, the adjustment screw, and the channel for the clutch lever. I reinsert the cable into the clutch lever, and then I use this lock nut to hold the cable as I compress the clutch lever, and as I release the clutch lever I pull on the cable and reinsert it into the adjustment screw. If you have trouble reinstalling the cable using the method that I showed you, or even removing the cable, go to the other end of the cable and loosen it up so you create more slack, then you shouldn't have any problems. But this is the easier method, although it is kind of hard to pull the cable out and then to pull on the cable to reinstall it, but it's a faster method if you have the strength to do that. Once you get the cable reinstalled, you need to readjust your clutch cable adjuster here. For this model bike, 2009 Kawasaki KLR 650, the manual recommends 8 to 10 or 8 to 12 millimeters of free play. Using this cable lubricating tool is my preferred method to lubricate the cables, only because it makes it easy to inject lubricant through the entire length of the cable. However, there have been times when the cable is so big in diameter that this tool won't work. For example, on the larger touring bikes, the cables are a lot bigger. They may make this in another size, but this is the only size that I have. However, when I run into that problem, I keep a bottle of this dry slide lubricant, and the great stuff about this is it comes with this syringe-like looking adapter that you can use to get into hard to reach places. I think this is really popular in bicycle shops. It's called Bike Aid. It's very expensive. I paid 16 bucks for this stuff. I think Kawasaki recommends lubricating the cables on the 2009 Kawasaki KLR 650 every 4,000 miles. But lubricating the cable, it's not going to hurt if you do it too much. I would do it at least once a year. Lubricating the cables not only prevents wear and corrosion in the cable, but it also makes it easier to operate the levers or whatever you're operating that's attached to the cable. Hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.